Hello everyone, today I'm going to be watching, what, how do you even say this? Kusai? Is it right? Quasimorph? Oh my god, that sounds rude. Morph review, Schizo edition, what the? By SsethTzeentach. Let's check it out. It seems like Seth is going back to roots. What the hell?
Hey,
3, 2...
lactation.
Let me... 3, 2, 1,
Hey,
go.
hey, Lactation Nation. Seth here. In the not-so-distant future, man no longer
lactation?
fears the tyranny of a state, as sovereign nations have been abolished. For we found the best form of government. Anarcho-capitalism. Whenever anarcho-capitalism is mentioned to me in conversation, it's usually followed by repealing the age of consent. But in this case, it simply means everything and everyone in this entire solar system is corporate property. Quasimorph is an early access roguelike where you take the role of Magnum PMC, a private military contractor with flexible morality that does work for the highest bidder. The twist is, the world is over, Judgment Day is here, and we're all going to die. And we've chosen to profit from the chaos. But first, a word from our sponsor, because I gotta get that bread. Whoops, sorry guys, my PC crashed. Again, I had a single Chrome tab open.
41 gigabytes of RAM. Okay,
My computer caught fire, burned down my house, and killed my wife's son. Thankfully, today's video is sponsored by Opera GX. It's no small secret that modern web browsers are massive resource hogs. They always say, just upgrade your rig, bro. But you know what? No. I'm using Opera's GX control feature to limit how much CPU and RAM the browser can use, so I can gain
if it's actually limiting it, if you actually can check with the process browser and like see if it's limiting it to that exact limit, it's very useful. But at the same time, you just close Firefox when you want to do something else. Unless it's like, because I never had it to have some like up to 2 gigabytes or more. Like it's usually when you're watching a video, it's barely reaching a gigabyte.
I'm using Opera's GX control feature to limit how much CPU and RAM the browser can use, so I can game uninterrupted no matter how many memory leaks Elon adds to Twitter. Opera GX is extremely moddable. Check out this one that I made.
What the fuck?
I've heard your cries, your demands.
Amazing.
More, Seth. We want more, Seth. Well, now you've got me with every single keystroke. I'll be there, stroking right along.
Oh my god. Stop the voices in your head.
Alongside you. Oh, you don't like that? You just want a themed wallpaper? Opera GX once again has you covered. You can fully customize which features come from which mods. And with a plethora of excellent mods on the store page, your browser can be whatever you want it to be. Check this out. By tweaking the music, keyboard sounds, tab sounds, theme, wallpaper, and custom shader, I've created the ultimate web wallpaper.
What the fuck is this? Shaders, web modding, wallpaper? Can you just have a black screen as your new tab? I want my new tab just to be black. Just absolute darkness. I don't want any clock or any calendar. Like Firefox puts just other tabs on top of it, but put it fucking off. If that's the wallpaper one, I would fucking love that. That would be amazing. But what is this, Minecraft? That's insane that you can actually just install a theme with its own mods and shaders.
And custom shader, I've created the ultimate web browsing experience. Music to my ears. Now, I know what you're thinking, Seth. This browser sounds pretty cool and all, but switching browsers is such a pain. Worry not. Opera GX has an import tool to quickly download all
every browser has that, but it's never good. It's usually just like adds your bookmark and so that's it. Like it doesn't really, like saved passwords is really important, for example. Like history doesn't really matter, but cookies is important. You don't want to fucking log into everything over again, man. But again, yeah, that makes
your
sense.
settings, history, bookmarks,
if
and
it actually
passwords
does
in
those
just one
correctly.
click. Use my link to download Opera GX today and say goodbye to all those pesky, boring, other browsers. To answer the question, what is a Quasimorph? Sometimes the most accurate answer is the schizophrenic one. The setting of Quasimorph stems from the esoteric metamythos of Daniil Andreev in his book Rose of a World, which describes Shadanakar, or the systems of parallel worlds connected to Earth. These concentric layers are
Okay,
from
never mind.
vtubers, the superimposition, influence, and overlap of which formulate together to create existence. At least I think so. Quasimorph is an intruder stepping in from another reality, and unfortunately, the veil between worlds is weakest between your chest cavity. Quasimorph is a turn-based survival extraction shooter, or in other words, 2D Escape from Tarkov, except fun. The principle is very simple. We take out a contract and send in one of our agents. If they die, no problem. They're not really any more people than they are proprietary neuro imprints. We license their consciousness, and we bioprint as many replacements necessary for total client satisfaction. You're free to take jobs from any of the major corporations, including the Quasimorph.
Oh my god, okay. So it's not even you that's playing. You're the main ship, and you're just playing other people's consciousness. That's okay. That's that's a bit of a crazy promise that I love. So you're not really a human killing people. You're basically a robot.
We may be locked in an existential war for humanity, but that doesn't stop me from holding stock in Sectland. Rapture is coming, but homie, I got some great dividends. And you start with a favorable reputation. After all, you did help them entrench into this reality. You start a mission by selecting an active contract around the planet or moon you're currently orbiting. This requires you to select a mercenary, a class, and a loadout for the mission, after which you're deployed into hostile territory. Anyone you see, anything that moves, is kill on sight. An entire mission is 2 to 4 levels. If you change your mind midway and call the shuttle, fuel is expensive, so it's cheaper to let you die. The only way to extract is by completing the objective, which could—
Holy shit. That's really dark. So you can't even cancel mid-mission. You have to
espionage, station defense, sabotage, elimination, or conquest. If you die anywhere in between, you lose everything. And I assure you, you're going to be dying a lot. If it's any consolation, I died during the tutorial because I picked up a knife, selected amputate, and clicked on my head. Each deployment—
Yo, that's sick. So you can basically like amputate infected shit. If oh my god, if the need rises. That's insane.
You're on a timer. The more time you spend and the more blood—
give me a second. I need to try to buy this game. Alright, that is way above my pay grade. Maybe I check again on Christmas. Let's check it out in the kind of 3, 2, 1, go.
You spill, the higher your level of quasimorphosis. Quasimorphosis measures the probability of ecolapse, where, upon death, the host explodes and a quasimorph phases in. The severity of the situation is described in the bottom right. Somnia, no events. Grasp, occasional ecolapse. Intrusion, music changes, ecolapse and aggression increase. Plenum, spontaneous ecolapse. Alteration, the entire floor is coming. Qmorphose, music changes to its highest intensity, every host in the map explodes. And finally, rapture. If you want to live, you'll keep this number as low as possible. And finally, rapture.
Sultan. So is rapture like the high? What does it
If you want to live, you'll keep this number as low as possible. Naturally, there's only a few ways to do this: drinking vodka, smoking Newports, and injecting morphine. Each time you move, you consume calories. At higher weights, this is 9 calories per step. This is what Americans really believe. And to avoid starvation, we need a steady supply of slop. But when the food runs out, I want you to consider alternative sources.
Oh my god, you can just take out other— oh shit.
When I consume my enemies, is it really cannibalism? For that implies
No.
I considered them human to begin with.
No,
Unfortunately,
fuck no.
human flesh will raise your quasimorphosis. You delay one death and accelerate another. However, if you find a crafting bench in an empty tin, you can turn that long pig into gourmet dinner, which will no longer cause quasimorphosis. The implication being that it's not about devouring your fellow man, it's about table manners. Disclaimer, they
That to be fair, in a world that humans can be eaten, so many fucking weird shit can happen. Like so many weird bullshit, you know? Right now that animals are being eaten, just imagine how much weird shit is happening regarding animals. We don't want those weird shit happening regarding humans, man. Like people buying themselves out or selling themselves like I'm like only eat or something. I don't want to see that weird shit. I don't want to go near that, you know? We need something that is not eating ourselves. Come on, cannibalism is just too far.
patched the canned meat.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
over. On the other hand, they improved the crafting bench so much you have no idea. We are so back. In general, the crafting bench will save a lot of your early game runs. Don't sleep on it. Improvised toilet grenades clear rooms, makeshift batteries power autodocs and floor scanners. Completing
I still don't know how is that number moving up. Like, because he was just moving around and he was moving up. What the fuck is it doing?
In general, the crafting bench will save a lot of your early
Is it just moving around in... What the fuck? So you can just get to Rapture for no reason.
game runs. Don't sleep on it. Improvised toilet grenades clear rooms, makeshift batteries power autodocs and floor scanners. Completing a mission gives rewards, but more importantly, reputation. You can land at any corporate asset so long as it's friendly and exchange goods for equipment. And if you're completely broke but
that's
friendly with Techland,
crazy.
you can even exchange yourself by amputating your own limbs. This is not a joke. It's a completely valid strategy to potato peel your digits, offer them at the Fever Temple, regenerate your limbs on the ship, and do it all over again.
Yeah, that's genius. Like that... If minus the pain, probably, that's genius. That is genius way of making money. That's like alchemy in Skyrim. No one uses alchemy, but it's like the first easiest thing to make money in the city. You don't even have to leave the fucking like white. What was it? White house? Oh my god, I forgot. White front. You get then it. It's like, it's so fucking crazy. You become the human farm. Oh my god.
It's not efficient, but we can no longer exploit blood bag synthesis. They caught on to us, boys. It was good while it lasted. Speaking of which, the Magnum can fabricate almost everything, so long as you have the proprietary item chip. These are effectively a perpetual license, and are so incredibly valuable that finding one during a mission is a valid reason for a valid reason for evacuation. There's also class and mind chips, which unlock classes and mercenaries respectively. If you mouse over a chip and you see the words data miner, you've officially hit the jackpot. You can do whatever you... If you mouse over a chip and you see the words data miner,
What does it do? Okay, what the...
you've officially hit the jackpot. You can do whatever you want, but remember, your actions have consequences. Supporting a corporation will accelerate their growth in technology. If you want top-shelf gear, great. But if you turn against them in the future, you're not going to be facing wage slaves and general managers.
Yeah, they're gonna have a fucking military and spaceships.
You'll be facing rival PMCs and their own special forces. So I encourage you, pick a side, any side, and stick to it.
Yeah, don't change sides.
There's a lot of minor corporations, but for the sake of time, here's the big players. SBN, social media monopoly. They own Twitter, the best energy rifles, and the lightest armor. Realware, industrial mega manufacturer. Carnage Pattern is objectively the coolest armor, and they produce the highest RPM ballistics. Ancom, entertainment and research conglomerate. They make the most versatile armor, the best snipers, and the experimental HFC, this game's equivalent of Doom's BFG. The best snipers, and the experimental HFC. This game's equivalent.
Yo, he just fucking deletes those, like, there were 3
Equivalent of
people.
Doom's
Oh my
BFG,
God.
Testlan, Quasimorphs from Venus that'll make you rage quit at least several times. Everything is Aztec, from the design to the desire for human organs. And finally, the Civil Resistance. These are terrorists that hope to bring about something even worse than judgment.
To be fair, in this fucking war, terrorism is actually, it works. Seriously, what the fuck? Everyone's a fucking cannibal. The other dude was like a xenomorph that was selling. Like, it's like third agent? What was that even
Day.
mean?
A return to national sovereignty. They intentionally hive mind themselves into a cluster of consciousness known as a call node. In effect, they have achieved working communism. Anyway, you understand the politics of our
That
PMC.
works
Let's return to
for
the
some
actual
time.
mechanics.
It's not every fucking, not every doctrine is just evil for the sake of being evil. Some stuff work at some points. Some stuff was fucking evil, but again, some stuff worked just because people wanted something different. I think, I mean, not eventually, it's already happening. People think about, like, you know, what's happening in the US as well.
In effect, they have achieved working communism. Anyway, you understand the politics of our PMC. Let's return to the
Oh, God. What the fuck? It's so burning, man. Oh my God, my throat is so burning. So yeah, continue.
actual mechanics. It's very tempting to finish the tutorial and go straight to the moon. Somehow, I
Why
avoided
not,
this
though?
so I didn't get filtered by a wheelchair. Quasimorphosis is unique to each planet because they're subject to the influence of a different Brahmfatura. Venus,
So okay, what happens when it like transform? Should you just run or go?
because they're subject to the influence
It went up by like 15, 13%.
of a different Brahmfatura. Venus, Ganix. Mercury, Shartamakum. And the Earth's moon, Duger. Mars and its moons have absentia,
oh
which
my
means
God.
there is no quasimorphosis. So, if you're starting off, I recommend Mars. If you're learning, try Mercury and Venus. And if you know
Alright.
what you're doing, go to the moon. That doesn't mean any single location is safe, and death is around every corner. Most common cause of death? Flamethrowers. Not in the hands of enemies, but myself. An entire
Oh my God, you can just die so
run
fucking
gone in a
fast.
flash because some unpaid worker amputated your neck with a circular saw. I assumed the weapon was busted, so I tried it myself, in a straight line, where it ricocheted and cut my legs clean off.
Yo, this game is brutal. Oh my God. How the fuck is he not screaming?
I assumed the weapon was busted, so I tried it myself, in a straight line, where it ricocheted and cut my legs clean off. When you take damage, you get injuries, which have to be treated, or they get infected. And if there's no antibiotics on hand, well, it
Oh my God, the thigh goes, the foot goes too. That makes sense. Oh my God, that's crazy. So wait, if you cut a shoulder, the hand goes. Oh God.
has to go. Secondly, the most common cause of getting filtered, pain shock. If you take too much damage too quickly, you get stunned and lose a turn. Both systems are universal. If you shoot something hard enough, they'll get stunned from the shock. If you cause injury, you can run away as they bleed to death. And if you amputate a critical
That's
organ,
crazy.
they might just die instantaneously. If you cause injury, you can run away as they bleed to death. And if you amputate a critical organ, they might just die instantaneously. The number of action points you can take per turn is based on your moveset.
Okay, so turn base. So that's the number of your turns, maybe, or the turns you have left, or something.
At any time, you can switch between Sneak, Normal, and Run. Sneak is one action point, but can detect the position of nearby enemies, use your inventory, and interact with nearby objects at no cost.
Oh, that's crazy.
Normal is 2 action points, and Run is free. However, while running, you can't open your inventory and take a severe penalty to your accuracy. Peak Performance requires that you abuse the system. Opening a door, switch to Sneak, see enemies, switch to Normal, and toss a grenade, before switching
Makes
back
sense.
and locking it on the same turn. A
Like
lot of players
BG3.
have a tendency to go autopilot in Sneak mode and
shit.
just die without explanation. What usually happens is they turn a sharp corner, get their shit blasted in, but because they have a single
Oh, that's bullshit. Holy shit, that is so. Oh my God.
action point, they go into pain shock, which rolls over to the next turn, where they get shot again and repeat the process until they die.
That's
the whole
fucked up.
point of running is to face check. Understand your tools, and you'll find this to be a very satisfying tactical experience. I used to have complaints about this game, but after so many hours, I can tell you, if you die, it's a skill issue. I have a
Oh
brain
my
parasite,
God.
and it forces me to play this game at 2 times speed with
What the with you? Why do you double the difficulty?
cheat engine. That's a personal choice. I also use a macro to amputate every corpse. After 100 hours playtime, that's a necessity. Classes work like a perk system, and each mercenary has an intrinsic perk. This unique ability combines with your class of choice to create vastly different play styles. For example, Percy comes with +5 to all resistance. Outfitted with full carnage pattern, he's the only person in the game that can set himself on fire and not take damage. And after putting him in Phoenix Brigade, I can shoot a single round of incendiary ammunition and burn down half the map. In general, you should pick a mercenary that suits your playstyle. Do you want to feast on human flesh? Play Isabella because she's immune to infection.
What? This is one kill that's immune.
Even better, put her as Eclipse Blaze and turn your cannibalism into a one-hit kill. Are you tired of getting stun locked? Try Maximilian because he doesn't feel pain.
That's my
Would you
style.
like a
Let's
slower
go.
pace? Play
That's
Mirza
awesome.
because her caloric needs are 40% of everyone else. Are you tired of scraping by? Would you like to quadruple everyone's inventory to the point where every enemy contains 2 flavors of ramen and a pack of Lucky Strikes? Play Tunnel Rats and experience the greatest whiplash in difficulty as everything that doesn't die to your shotgun gets knocked back into the void of space. I've discussed builds. Let's talk about guns because there's a lot of
Bro, this is more than a Starfield. And that shit needed more guns. Look at these. Oh my god. Like, there are 3 variants of the same pistol. But there are the 3 variants of it. The other game does like the opposite. They make the same pistol, they color it to different variants. Like, fuck you for doing that.
If you want to kill enemies, you need to beat their resistance, and the type of damage you do is based on the ammunition. Flamethrowers and energy rifles cook organics, but have no effect on cyborgs. In contrast, the buckshot of a shotgun will cut them to pieces. Most armor stops the blunt impact of a 9mm, but a 7.97 from an assault rifle will pierce right through. Quasimorphic weapons deal cold. Even if you're fully equipped, the full burst of a serpent's mouth will send you straight back to the menu.
What
and
the
poison
fuck?
was previously. The quasimorphic weapons deal cold.
Dear cold.
Even if you're fully equipped, the full burst of a serpent's mouth will send you straight back to the menu. And poison was previously neglected, now it's a complete menace. Also, there's turrets. They're incredibly useful for defense missions, and because an enemy ran right up to your face, shooting you in the crossfire. And finally, you might
So your tourists don't have friendly fire? Bro, that's so dumb. No fucking way. Oh my god, that's so
Also, there's
stupid.
turrets. They're incredibly useful for defense missions, and because an enemy ran right up to your face, shooting you in the crossfire. And finally, you might be asking yourself,
That's
what's
ridiculous.
that little icon on the bottom right? Don't worry about it. Anyways, I forgot how to structure this video, so in conclusion, I give this game a self-inflicted out of 10. It's amazing. I know it's early access, but there's a lot of content already, and you could easily sink 80 hours on just the main gameplay loop. There's an impressive roadmap and features to come that I cannot disclose at this time because I promised I wouldn't tell. As always, more content to come next year because I gotta see my family. Merry Christmas! A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos consistently for several years. You're all truly wonderful, and you give me more than I deserve. And you won't stop asking me to take your money, so I will. In exchange, enjoy the outro.
Wait. Bisme. Who the fuck? Some Muslim is probably just put this at this their name. Basically means by the name. Oh my god! Holy shit, okay, this game, the game looks awesome, but like, ew man. Nowadays you can't really afford anything. Inflation, guys, inflation. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Oh my god! No, never mind. There's just so much more. Let's speed up this thing. Oh my god, so many people. This is the best. You can put the sun to probably, right? Can you have like heat resistant and probably not? This is impossible to get the immunity to sound. Now that you're like, you got used to the fast one, the slow one is slowly giving you chills. Listen. There we go. Bro, what the fuck? Congrats. Oh my god.
If you're interested, there's a 20% sale on GOG. A special thanks to the autistic Japanese man who tailored me this Mibeke suit. If you're interested in anything from a Democratic Republic of Congo military suit to a BDSM outfit, I've linked his Patreon in the description.
Itoshiki Fukuzu. Holy shit, dude. I mean, that's a nice outfit, but goddamn.
By the way, in case you're wondering, what's the most expensive part of this suit? It's the snake skin. Have a merry 2024.
Oh my god, is that really a fucking skin?
Hey,
it looks like, oh my god, it looks like a fucking snake. Yo, it's, oh god, that poor fucking, I mean, to be fair, they're poisonous freaks. Makes sense, makes sense. I'm just saying, Peter, don't come after me, but like, yeah, I wouldn't kill a snake. They're good people. They're good animals. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone.